Salafalava, this is Kinkapisi.
And I'm Liam.
And you're watching SPSTV. TV.
Cool.
Back. It's normally sat on the ground. You can try it on the tree. The possum comes along and grabs hold of the food that's on the bar here, and then the bar comes up and hits them on the bottom of the neck, and you end up with a dead possum, because if you catch them a live one, then you've got to shoot it or get rid of it some other way. Now there's also...
Is there a sharp knife?
Sharp. What it actually does is blocks the artery in the back of the neck here. It doesn't chop the possum's head. It squashes the neck up into here and it blocks off its carotid artery. And
it's very quick.
yes, the SPCA said it's a humane trap, so, and it's a good one that you end up with a dead possum rather than a live one that you have to deal with later. And then you set them at night time, because the possums come out at night time, they're nocturnal. And piece of apple on there, and yes. Down here.
Do you put the food behind the trap?
Yep.
Because if it were behind it, it could walk. It could be smart enough to walk around it.
Walk around the back. Now, normally what I do is I find a tree and I put flour and icing sugar, which is called a lure, and I put a little bit of that up the tree, and then I sit the trap right in front of it. So the animal comes along and says, I want to get some of that stuff that's just sitting on the tree, and then he stands in the trap. A very effective trap, but you've got to be careful of other animals, because you could get...
That was a good question.
Yeah, very good question. Any trap that's made is tested, goes through a lot of testing to make sure it is not cruel on animals. We don't like the animals, but we don't like to be cruel to them. We'd like to get rid of them humanely. Yes.
Hi, I'm Liam from SPSTV, and I'm here with Miranda and Andrew and they're biosecurities from the Auckland Regional Council. And so first of all, what do you do?
I work in West Auckland as a biosecurity officer, and we do control of pest animals and pest plants.
Cool. And so what is your job?
My job is to help people to control animals. Normally I deal more with animals than I do with plants, and I work anywhere in the Auckland region, but help people control possums and do work for them and start projects up to save the forest and save all the wildlife. So that's mostly what I do.
Cool. And so what is a normal day schedule for you guys to do?
First thing in the morning, and I take calls who want to have information on identifying plants or animals, and then I usually go and do some field work, so I might go out and actually do some spraying or go and do monitoring of some pest plants, that sort of thing. Sometimes I'll come and do a school tour.
And what's a normal day schedule?
Me? Oh, I go to the office most days, not every day, and then I'm out in the field. Last week, all week, I was fishing at Lake Wainamu in Bethels, we were doing survey on pest fish, and this week has been school talks and catching up with things I didn't do last week, so helping people deal with their possums and their pests, and anywhere in the Auckland region, except so. Next week I'm off to Great Barrier for a few days to we've got a project where people get paid. If they're doing a project, we put in half the money, and so I'm going to assess to see whether we can give some people some money next week.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know? How many different cultures are there at Summerland? There are 27 different cultures at Summerland.
Who invented television? John Logie Baird is remembered as being an inventor of mechanical television in late 1920 in England. During World War II, Baird developed the first color picture tube.
What city did Mary come from? It used to be called the Fruit Bowl of New Zealand. It's a school involved with Connect TV. The answer is Hastings.
Where is the next Cricket World Cup being held? The answer is West Indies. What language do they speak in Portugal? The answer is Portuguese. What is the capital of Spain? The answer is Madrid.
What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know? Question for this week.
What's the capital of New Zealand?
What is the name of the New Zealand rugby team? Hi everyone. My general knowledge question is, what is the capital city of France?
What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know?
My question is, what is the longest river in the whole entire world?
My general knowledge question is, what is the square root of 144? The square root of 144.
What was Peter Blake's favourite colour socks?
G'day, I'm Steve Irwin.
A SPSTV tribute for Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
He died on Monday the 4th of September.
Steve was a great crocodile hunter, and he was like very interesting, and I like to watch TV about him because it was good, and I like the way he says crikeys. It's very funny.
I like how he was funny and he was a great hunter, and every time he picks up like a crocodile, he always say, "What a beauty."
Right. Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
The crocodile hunter died because the stingray went through his heart.
The crocodile hunter died on the 4th of September. He was going to make a movie out on stingrays, but he got killed in the heart on the 4th.
Well, I think the crocodiles might miss him, and he was really funny, and he brought a lot of joy to TV.
I think Steve didn't deserve to die because he was not hurting the animals, and the animals that hurted him, he still was alive after all they done to him, that made him have bandages and casts and other things that you can think of.
Right. Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
I like watching the Crocodile Hunter program on TV because the Crocodile Hunter, he could feed any sort of animals, and on one of them he holded a baby in one hand and feed a crocodile in the other.
I liked all of the Crocodile Hunters movies and on TV, and it was pretty amazing that he didn't get killed by all of the other animals.
I feel sorry for him that he died from the stingray. He was really good by helping animals from dying, and he looked after them really good, especially from the endangered animals.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
I feel sad because he got killed by the stingray, and he feeds the endangered animals, and I like him.
I liked how he was funny.
I've been to Crocodile Hunter Zoo, and there's this place called a crocodile place, but I can't remember the name. And there's heaps of crocodiles, and he died on the 4th of September, and it was a Monday.
I like watching him when he catches crocodiles.
Right. Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
He knew lots of things, and he really cared about animals. Steve shouldn't have died because he was a great man. I think that Steve was a great man because he used to catch crocodiles and lots of other animals in the sea. And all the animals that harmed him were very harmless, and it made me feel really sad about it. He went in the water and he died.
Steve Irwin was a good guy, and he was always a bit too dangerous. In a way, because he always gets in with the crocs, but this time he didn't come out from the battle.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
I think Steve Irwin didn't deserve to die because the creature that harmed him was very harmless.
Crocodile hunter he died by stingray.
He looks after crocodiles.
Steve Irwin was really great for his adventures and how he played with crocodiles, and I love his crikey. And it's sad news to hear that he died, but he rocked.
Steve Irwin was the crocodile hunter. I liked the funny faces he made. It was so cool. And he went, "Oh, crikey!" all the time. I really like it.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
I feel sad for Stevie because he looked after lots of animals and fed them, and I hope his wife isn't sad.
He was good at feeding crocodiles.
I feel sad for him because he was a crocodile hunter, and I like crocodile hunters.
He was really good with the crocodiles. I love him. Steve was a great crocodile hunter because he knew lots of things, and it's really sad that he died. Crocodiles saved him.
Steve Irwin was one of the craziest persons I've ever heard of. People say that he's not very dangerous and doesn't take risks, but when he took his 1-month-old baby into an enclosure with an alligator, I didn't think that was very safe.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
The thing I like about Steve Irwin was when he was holding his baby in his hand while feeding a crocodile. Crikey!
Steve Irwin was a cool guy because he did adventurous things.
Steve Irwin's death was really unexpected because he's a crocodile hunter and he got killed by a stingray, and he should have been killed by a alligator, but he shouldn't have been killed at all.
I think Steve Irwin was a good man and he did not deserve to die.
Steve Irwin was a crocodile hunter that played with crocodiles and played with wild animals.
Crikey, mate, this one's a beauty!
He will be sadly missed all over the world.
Just had a call about a big male croc. It's a great chance to test my theory.
You're out! You're out!
Where's the next cricket?
You're out!
Where was the next cricket cup been held? I think Steve Allen. I think Steve Irwin didn't deserve to die because he was a good man. And that's exactly what Ben said. I think the crocodile hunter didn't deserve to die because he was well at doing his job. And I looked at that.
I feel sad for him because he got I don't know, but I feel sad for him.
John Logie Beard is remembered as being an inventor of John Logie Beard is remembered as being an inventor of mechanical television in late 1920 in England. During what's that?
Steve was a really great animal. Then get Steve. Stop.
John Logie Beard is remembered as being an inventor of medical and TV.
Now, yeah, that's all.
John Logie
Steve Irwin. Oh wait.
An SPSTV tribute. Oh yeah. What's that now?
Steve Irwin. I keep saying Irwin.
Were a lot stronger back in Tarzan's day. Oh, check this out. Oh. Crikey, I'd like to see those spills locked back in the archives and never be seen again. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I'd like to see you next time.